So I made a discovery last night. I haven't made a video in a long time. I figured maybe people would be interested in this, so I'm going to make a video. The topic of this video is oxalates. Anybody who's on a plant-based diet is going to run into a lot of oxalates. Some people can handle them just fine. Others, not so much. So over the last, 3 weeks, I've been trying to eat like mostly potatoes. But every time I have potatoes, I get extremely hot, sweating. If I eat them at night, I can't sleep. And I started looking into this a couple of days ago because I'm like, this just, I've been talking to this guy and he's like, well, you got to leave the skins on the potatoes. But I'm like, throughout history, no matter how little food people had, they still took the skins off potatoes. They still did. They boiled them and then they threw that water out. Why? They didn't have 24/7 7-Elevens or whatever, walk out the door there and go to a store and you can get food anywhere. They had very limited food and they still took the skins off these things. Why did they do that? Why, when yeast came around, they still made sourdough? Like, why did they do this stuff? There has to be a reason. People were way more intelligent than we are back in the day. Before the invention of the smartphone, people were so much more intelligent. So I'm looking into this, and it's like, well, you probably got a liver issue if you're getting hot or you're allergic to something in the potatoes or something. You're having a reaction. And I was ignoring it because he's like, well, those skins have polyphenols, and I'm like, I don't really give a shit about polyphenols. Like, I don't want it. So it's day after day, this keeps happening, and I'm like, bro, I can't keep. And then another friend's like, well, I've got this PO whatever soup, I don't know, some Mexican thing, and she sends me the recipe to it, and I make the recipe, and like all of a sudden, this TMI probably, but like downstairs gets very irritated. Like rash-like. I'm like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I'm typing this. I've been actually taking these mineral baths to try to like lower the inflammation of my body because I just keep gaining weight. Like it's like the body's just like, I'm just going to keep getting fatter until you change something. Just go ahead and eat the same foods over and over again. And I'll get fatter, and maybe one of these days you'll actually do something about it. So I'm sitting in the bath and I'm looking it up, and I've had 2 confirmations now that I got polycythemia vera from Mount Sinai and from Cornell. They're both like, bro, you got it. And I'm just typing in, like, why would this happen, polycythemia vera? And it's like, well, oxalates and purines are not good for you. Your body really can't get rid of them. And I'm like, I keep hearing about this oxalate thing. So I'm like, well, what foods are high in oxalates? And it's just like every food that you eat. Sucks to be you. And I'm like, whoa, man. So, and then I'm like, well, how do you get rid of oxalates? And it's like, it goes into that. But I wanted to go over some of the foods that have high oxalates, and a lot of the foods that I've been telling people to eat and myself eating, and just never losing weight on these food. So first off, like bananas, I think watermelon and all a lot of fruits are very low in it. The fruits that I absolutely despise, like berries, are high in it. And I hate berries. I don't like figs. I can't stand them. They're high in it. It's like all the foods that I hate, but I force myself to eat because they're healthy, like sweet potatoes and mostly a lot of leafy greens, which I despise. I don't think they're human food. What else? Chocolate, which I don't really like. Peanuts. A lot of nuts, like they're high in oxalates. I don't like peanut butter. I never have, but I force myself to eat it because they're like, well, you should eat this stuff. And I'm like, why? I don't like it. But, type in foods high in oxalates. Oh, beans. I don't like, I like all these foods that there's so few foods that I actually like. It's crazy. But so many foods give me such a hard time. Like every time, like potatoes, for example, high in oxalates. I eat three or 4 bites of potatoes and body's like, bro, I don't want that. Like, next, I got these candies here from Britannia. I like them. They don't give me issues. There's no oxalates in them. I'm not going to make a diet out of these things, but like I bring these things to the park. We get along, you know? So these, I don't know. It all hit me. Like, because when I was when I was raw vegan, just eating that kind of stuff, the weight was just like, it was just, coming off me so much. And then as soon as I add in potatoes, I'm not going to say the weight started skyrocketing, but it wasn't coming off anymore. Now, I was a purist at that point. You know, you got to leave the skins on. The skin's got all the nutrients are in the skin, blah, 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 blah. But I do have a much easier time when I skin the potatoes and I boil them and I dump that water, which supposedly pretty much removes like 75% of the oxalates. And I didn't even want to get on this bandwagon, this oxalate thing, but I can't ignore it anymore. I can't ignore the fact that, and another thing is if you have a calcium-rich food, which not like greens, because greens have high oxalates, but if you have high calcium foods like milk, which I'm not a big fan of, it'll bind to the oxalate and make it basically undigestible, so it just goes out. What did people used to make mashed potatoes with? Milk and butter. They would peel the potatoes, they would boil the potatoes, they would dump the water out of the potatoes, and then they would put milk in and then butter and make mashed potatoes with it. And then you got the lunatics over here, the plant-based, the high carb, low fat people. That's going to kill you. You can't eat that, you'll die. You know, it's like ridiculous. This is why YouTube is terrible. Like, you shouldn't even be watching this video. It's ridiculous. All these, health freaks. Anyway, if we look at the way people used to eat, like, they weren't having oxalate poisoning. Maybe they were because they had arthritis. I don't know. But I do know that people had certain ways of eating. Maybe it's just another excuse. He's so fat because he eats nonstop. That's what I hear. I get it. I go into the doctor and I'm like, yeah, my weight just keeps going up and I don't know why. And they look at me and they're like, have you considered not eating? I'll give you Wegovy. We'll starve you to death. And I'm like, I already struggle to eat. Yeah, we don't believe you. Wegovy? And I'm like, bro, you don't understand. Like, you just don't understand. This is nuts. So anyway, that's food for thought. Possibly if you're having issues, you might have trouble getting rid of oxalates, especially if you're drinking a bunch of water and you're still pissing yellow, like dark yellow, like me. It's kind of an indication. Unfortunately, from what I've found, there's like no blood test to actually test for oxalates. I guess there's a urine test for it, but that's like only in trial settings. Like I don't think that even a regular doctor can even give that to you. There's so many things that are locked behind like trials. Like, because I've been trying to get like inflammation tests done on me, like cytokines, because I know polycythemia vera people have cytokine issues. Again, that's another test that's locked behind. Like, you can only get that test done if you're in like some kind of trial. It's like, it's ridiculous. Not a court trial, but like a drug trial, Anyway, so there's not a whole lot of ways to actually test other than just an elimination diet and seeing how you react. Now, also, apparently, you're not supposed to cold turkey oxalates either, because then that could have an oxalation dump and then make you even worse. And apparently, like, to lower oxalate damage, you need to take some oxalate. It's a hot mess. I'm just making this video based on observations with myself. What happened last year? I've of course got all this stuff back here to make fresh milled flour bread. And of course, it's like one of the highest things in oxalates. Maybe that's why I gained a bunch of weight last year. I have no idea. I don't even know where to go right now from here, because I don't even know what the hell to eat other than bananas. But if you're struggling bad, this could be it. This could be a thing. I might make more videos about this if there's interest in this. I have no idea if there will be. There's plenty of videos out there already as it is, so maybe I don't even need to make them. I'm just giving an observation based on what I have been through this last 12 months. And I have noticed that when I listen to other people about my diet, I get fatter. Because there's so many foods that I just don't like eating. My brain intuitively is like, don't eat that. Don't eat it. And I'm like, well, it's healthy for me. You know, like I hear these voices. Like, yes, like it's just like the voices. And I think a lot of us, go through this. Well, this person says it's healthy. Imagine that YouTube didn't exist. You weren't watching this video. What would you eat? Because, there's not a ton of oxalates in like a smash burger. Yesterday, I was in New York. I was getting glasses. All right, it was in Manhattan. I was getting glasses at Grand Central Station, and I had like an hour and a half to kill. And I'm like, well, I'll just go to Bryant Park and just chill there. But there's this 7th Street burger right across the street. And I'm like, you're calling my name, buddy. So I went over there and had a smash burger because like the plant-based vegan thing isn't my life anymore. And it was really good, and I didn't have any issues with it. But then I come home and I eat the healthy version, and I had fries with it, and I eat the healthy version of potatoes. My gut starts distending. My liver's as hard as a rock. And I'm like, there's something off with this. Like I can't, this life isn't for me, man. Like I can't keep having a hard liver like this. So I don't know. I don't know what else to say about anything anymore. I really don't. All I know is last year my body cried uncle. It's like I can't do this anymore, and it just started piling on the weight. That fast that I did last year really seemed to be the trigger. It just got so much worse after that fast that I did, and my brain's like, "Don't do a fast, man. Don't do it. It's gonna make you worse." Didn't listen. Anyways. I think this video is partially about listening to your own intuition, looking into if oxalates might be causing issues with you. Now, again, if you're a vegan, I don't know, other than you're going to have to go straight vegetarian pretty much, or, old methods, skin the potatoes, boil the potatoes, dump the water out. That really cuts the oxalates down by like 2/3. Sourdough actually removes a lot of the oxalates too. So like I'm going to start making sourdough again. I'm just going to try a couple other things, see what happens. Because I don't want to do like meat and fruit, but it may come to that. That's all I have to say on the subject. Hopefully this video was somewhat informative. If it was, give it a like. Talk to you in the next one.